Hello everyone, I'm back with another Reddit Addicts episode. If you find my videos entertaining, please kindly subscribe and like them. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions and kind notes. Now, let's get started with today's exciting stories.
I, 34M, found texts that shows my wife, 33F, cheated on me. Me and my wife Melissa have been married for 8 years. We have a house, 2 cars, and a dog together. No kids. Everything seemed great. That was until 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, as I'm sitting down ready to go to bed, my wife receives a text. She went to the neighbor's house to get something, so I look over to see what it says. It's from some dude named Andrew, and he texted her, "When are you coming over?" I become suspicious, because my wife never said anything about going out tonight. So I ask her, and she says she's going out for drinks with some friends. I don't say anything about the texts. I eventually forget about it, until last night. She gets another text from Andrew, and this time I begin to read through their conversation. That night he asked her when she was coming over? Yeah, they fucked that night. And judging from the texts, they fucked more than once. I feel like shit right now. It seemed like our marriage was great, now this. Ironically, we have an infidelity clause she requested on our prenup because she was cheated on before. I'm beginning to look for a lawyer. I won't confront her with any of this until the lawyer sets out everything. Hell, I might not even confront her about it. Just hit her with the papers, then bounce. But this is eating away at me inside. I haven't told anybody about this. I want to, but people can't keep secrets. Any advice would be appreciated. Update: so I met with the lawyer, and I really like him. He's expensive, but he has a shit ton of experience. I'm going to skip the meetings with the other two and just hire him. In terms of hiring a PI, he said he normally doesn't recommend it due to the cost, but considering I have a prenup in place and she loses the house if proof of cheating is rock solid, and the fact I can afford one pretty easily, he says I should go for it. Heading home now and beginning a search for one. Update number 2, sorry y'all, forgot to update last night. Came home tired as fuck. So yeah, nothing really happened last night. Came home, ate, then headed off to bed. She told me about her day at work, as I pretended to care. She didn't try to initiate sex, so that was good. I'll be going on a fishing trip with one of my buddies this weekend. I need to get my mind off of things. Still looking for a good PI too. TLDR, wife cheated on me. Maybe more than once. It's eating away at me inside. Update. So this morning, as I was leaving to go fishing with my buddy, Melissa said she wanted to talk. She didn't beat around the bush, she got right to it. She said that she has been unhappy in our marriage for months and feels like it can only get worse from here. She then said that she felt like a divorce was on the horizon for us, and that it would be best for both of us. At this point I lose it. I tell her, why didn't you ask me for a divorce before you started fucking Andrew? Sorry for the caps. At this point she becomes a deer in the headlights. She stammers for a couple of seconds, then starts bawling her eyes out. She says she's sorry, that she didn't want to break my heart. Well, sorry bitch, you wanted a divorce, you're going to get one. Literally minutes after she said she wanted a divorce, she contradicts herself by saying we should try to work things out, and that we should head to counseling. I tell her that she has to have all her shit out of the house by Sunday afternoon, when I return. Or else I throw your shit onto the street. I've already secured my valuables, so she can't damage anything of mine. So yeah, that's about it. She thought she could just get away with cheating and request a divorce. Nope. TLDR, wife wanted a divorce, told her I know about her cheating, immediately contradicts herself, saying we should try to work things out. We're getting a divorce. Story 2. I found out my 34M wife, 33F, cheated on me last night, but I don't know how to approach this. I live in Korea. I'm divorced already, and I went through a long period of intense pain with my ex regarding her cheating and eventually leaving me. I got married to girl I dated for about a year here in Korea. She is Korean, and in many ways this gives her quite a lot of power since I rely on her to deal with almost anything that involves laws, government, or paperwork. We've been married for over a year and together for close to 3 years. We're very happy and highly compatible. Things have been great, but I've caught her more than once doing things that made me really uncomfortable. She lied about meeting a male coworker multiple times and even took a trip with him and another girl, and lied to me about it, only mentioning the girl. I was able to get a friend of mine, a female coworker who is Korean, to help me out with that situation. See, she doesn't know that I can access her chat app on my PC. I feel bad doing it, but the first time it happened was because she had accidentally left it open on my PC after a suspicious night out. I saw that she had lied about who she went with, and that confirmed to me that I should keep a closer eye on her behavior. Anyway, translations from Korean to English are terrible. My friend looked at the texts and assured me that it didn't look like she had any kind of romantic relationship with that guy. I was still able to confront her about it because she had sent me a picture of her and female friend taken by a third person. I used that as my excuse to ask who else was there, and she admitted it. We argued. She apologized and felt really bad. It's now months later, and I'm noticing a similar pattern in her behavior. She's getting secret texts and then getting uncomfortable when I ask who she's texting with. She even sometimes denies that she was texting at all. I've been thinking that I should check her chat app, but I've resisted the urge in my attempt to trust her. Until Friday. My city just increased their COVID lockdown restrictions. It was recently lowered to midnight for all restaurants, bars, clubs, etc. Starting on Saturday, it lowered to 9 p.m. My wife texted me around 6 p.m. on Friday to say she was having dinner with her female friend. I just asked if she'd be out late, and she said not too late, which typically means about 10 p.m. for her. I tried to call her a little after 10 just to check in and see if I should have dinner on my own or not. She didn't answer. She didn't respond or even open any of my texts over the next few hours, and that is highly atypical for her, since she often orders pizza for me when she goes out with her friends. In all, more than 6 hours passed without any attempt to even look at my texts. I was worried but also felt suspicious. I ended up checking her chat app, and sure enough there was a new person whose name she had put in with the Korean equivalent of the word dumpling. It's like a sweet steamed dumpling. There was no picture for this person's, which is also really odd. I looked at their conversations, though I can only see it starting from Thursday since I hadn't checked her chat app for months. I wasn't sure if it was a guy or not, but it did look like this is the person she met for dinner. At one point they seemed to refer to her as Nuna, which only males use to refer to older females. They also referred to a male friend of hers as Hyung, which only males use to refer to other males. There was a point where they referred to the same male friend as Appa, which is only used by females to refer to older males, so I still wasn't sure. There were some suspicious texts wherein she referred to a sexy video of a celebrity she likes, and Dumpling asked for a video with a female doing that dance so they could enjoy the sexiness too. Now, at this point I was feeling pretty sure that this was a guy, but it could be that she has a lesbian or bi friend that I just haven't met yet, right? She finally texted me at almost 1:30 a.m. just saying sorry, I didn't see you tried to call me, and that she was on the way home. I said it's after 1, where are you? And she just said I'm almost home. Remember that I said restaurants here all have to close at 12? Love motels don't have to do that. At this point, I'm mad. I don't trust her and I'm angry. It's possible that she and her friend just went to an unscrupulous business that stayed open later than they should, but that doesn't seem to fit the rest of the evidence. Now today. Saturday. We spent the day together. Pretty typical day. She had some work to do and wanted to do it at a local cafe. I spent an hour or so with her before I went home to play some games since I'd finished the book I brought with me to the cafe. She came home a couple minutes after 9 p.m. Nothing out of the ordinary. She went to bed a little while later and I stayed up late to play some games. Once I was sure she was asleep, I checked the chat app. I want to be able to brag about having 5 guys now, but if I do it means I had an affair, lol. She had been with only 4 guys. Her 3 ex-boyfriends and me. This guy makes 5. There were other really obvious things like I did everything you asked yesterday, and I saw a lot of you yesterday and my husband isn't the type to be treated like this, so we can't keep doing this. So. It happened. She was really clear in her texts that she didn't want a relationship. She kept talking about how guilty she felt. She said, "I really love my husband. I don't know about the other married women you were with, but it's not like that with me." He seemed totally into the idea of not having a relationship, but he definitely seemed to want to keep having hookups. Oh, and he sent a selfie to her. He's not a particularly good-looking dude, so I don't necessarily feel threatened in that regard, but he is definitely a he. If I didn't know about this, I'm positive our relationship would be fine. She's not shopping around. She just wanted a hookup on the side for a fun night. I fear that confronting her about this could make things worse. The accusation and the argument could be really damaging to our relationship, even if the act itself was just a one-time thing. Even if I do confront her, revealing that I've been keeping an eye on her chat app could be just as damaging. And worse, if I reveal that, she'll likely just change her password or start using the app's secret chat feature to hide it all in the future. Even if she says she won't do it again, what's to stop her from just being more careful? Right now I think I can approach it from the angle that I know she went somewhere else with someone since she was out until almost 1:30, and the restaurant was closed by 12. TLDR, my wife lied about going out to dinner with a female friend on Friday. She doesn't know that I have access to the chatting app she uses, and I know it was a man she met. Because of COVID restrictions, all restaurants close at 12, but she didn't even start heading home until after 1:30 a.m. I checked their texts with each the following night and it's clear. She slept with him. She's made it clear that it was just a fling and she's happily married, but it doesn't change the fact that she cheated on me. Thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe for more.